The smoke from the Mendocino complex fires is one of the reasons we have a spare the air alert again today. The river fire was fully contained last week. That is the fire that caused evacuations in Lake County. The ranch fire, the largest in state history, has charred more than 335,000 acres. It is 76% contained. Carr Fire still expects to have full containment by September 1st. And then further to the north in the Redding area, Carr Fire is making progress on that destructive Carr Fire. It's now 83% contained. The flames have scorched more than 227,000 acres, about 350 square miles. The fire has been burning for nearly a month and has destroyed more than 1,000 homes. The eastern edge is burning toward Lake Shasta, and people driving to Shasta Dam can see all the flames and the heavy smoke.
Center, I'm Scott McLean with the Carr Fire report for Tuesday, August 21st, 2018. Fire activity remains busy all across the state of California as over 9,000 firefighters continue to work to improve containment on 15 significant wildfires burning up and down the state. That's down from 14,000 firefighters assigned to these fires in the state of California of a couple weeks ago. Moving over into our weekly stats, Carr Fire responded to over 150 new fires last week, and firefighters have responded to over 4,300 wildfires in Carr Fire's jurisdiction in 2018. These fires have burned over 800,000 acres of Carr Fire jurisdiction, well above the 5-year average of 153,000 acres, and even above last year's totals of 228,000 acres. As you can see here, 817,000 acres have burned in the state of California on Carr Fire jurisdiction. Now, between the Forest Service and Carr Fire as of Monday morning of this week, we're looking at 1.1 million acres burned in the state of California, and it's August 21st. Now we're also looking last year, keep in mind, 1.4 million acres burned the whole year, all 12 months last year in the state of California. So we're well ahead of those figures from last year. Let's zoom in on a few of those active large wildfires the firefighters are currently battling. First in the Mendocino complex, which is made up of the river and ranch fire. As the largest fire in state history, the Mendocino complex has been burning for nearly 1 month and now has consumed over 400,000 acres. The ranch fire in Mendocino, Glenn, Lake, and Colusa counties is now at 67% contained. It did go down a couple points. And it's at 355,612 acres. Crews continue to make progress over the weekend, but this fire remains active and is prompting evacuations for residents now in Glenn County. The river fire, the second fire of the Mendo complex, is now at 100% containment, and fire crews are working to repair areas damaged by that fire. Moving north to Shasta and Trinity counties, we have the 229,000 acre Carr Fire that has actually been burning since July 23rd. Steep and rugged terrain continue to cause challenges for these firefighters, but the crews continue to work to increase the containment each day. Containment is currently at 90%, which is a strong number, but fire crews have a while to go, and due to the unpredictability of the fire and the topography and the weather, it could take a while. In Southern California, the Holy Fire. That started in Holy Jim Canyon back on August 6th, and it is now 91% contained at just under 23,000 acres. Firefighters continue to work tirelessly to contain the blaze using hand lines and helicopters. However, the rugged terrain, again, and heavy vegetation continue to present challenges. Now with some great news on the Ferguson fire. The firefighters have been battling that fire since July 13th in Mariposa County. Firefighters have reached full containment on the Ferguson fire as of August 18th at just under 97,000 acres. While the fire has been contained, there is still a lot of work to be done, as in all these fires, including post-fire rehabilitation to curtail erosion and other devastating effects to natural resources from the fire suppression efforts. Interior portions of the fire are expected to continue to smolder or burn for some time, which may cause some lingering smoke. And finally, the Hat Fire in Shasta County was also contained last week, August 16th, and the Hat Fire burned a total of 1,900 acres. If you're looking for more information on one of these fires, or a fire that was not mentioned, you can always find the latest information on our website at fire.ca.gov. Let's move on to the weather for the week of California. We'll see some relief, but when it comes to temperatures across the state, they'll be declining roughly 4 to 5 degrees throughout the state by this weekend. In Southern California, the desert areas will see temperatures decrease, while the coastal areas will remain the same into the weekend. Humidity will continue to factor into fire conditions across the state. As you can see on the map, many parts of the state are still seeing humidity in the teens, right over here. Areas such as Fresno, Tahoe, and Redding, and in Southern California, will see humidity stay in the 15 to 20% range all week. What this means is that the fire potential will continue to be elevated due to the dry conditions. Rates of spread will still remain high where dry vegetation and topography align. Again, it's going to be cooler temperatures throughout the state for the most part, but we're still dealing with a lot of fire danger. Winds will range from mild in many areas this week, but in some areas in the yellow down below, you'll see peak winds of 30 to 40 miles per hour. Expect conditions to continue to dry out, as they always will, for the next several weeks as we begin to see fall-like weather. Historically in the state of California, don't forget that our September-October months have been historically where large fires and prolonged fires have taken place. Many of us have pets. Some of us have large pets or livestock to consider when it comes to making an evacuation plan. It is crucial that everyone knows what they will do if they have to evacuate from a wildfire. And here are some steps to help with that planning. Make sure you have a pet carrier for each pet. If you don't, go out and buy one just to have ready to go. 2-week supply of food and water for each pet. Medications and dosing instructions. Get that extra paperwork and make sure that's in your go bag so you have it ready to go. Pet first aid kits, yes. And toys and treats to keep the pets, your family occupied. One of the key things to remember is that evacuating your pets early can save time if that evacuation advisory or warning becomes mandatory. So think about doing it ahead of time. Think about evacuating ahead of time when that advisory is in play. Get your pets, get them out as soon as possible, and then if the danger does subside, you can pick them up and bring them back home when those evacuations are lifted. Small pets may be able to go to a family or friend's house while you are in a wildfire zone. Remember, make a plan now. Establish with your family and neighbors what to do when a wildfire strikes for your community members as well as your pets. That's the